Hello, today I want to look at articles, which are very difficult with Russian people because you don't really have them in your own language. The articles a, the. For the indefinite article a, there are three main purposes. Jobs: a worker, a doctor, an engineer. When which one from a choice of some is not important. A taxi, an apple, a lesson. When something is talked about for the first time, it becomes shared knowledge. Now let's look at number 3 in a bit more detail. It's used for making suggestions. What about a pizza for lunch? Introducing a topic. I've got a problem. And talking about something for the first time. What's a bear? A bear is an animal with 4 legs that eats fish. Now that we know what we're talking about, we can use the definite article. The pizza. The problem. The bear. A shared knowledge. The pizza, the problem, and the bear. Unique things: the sun, the moon, the earth. We can't use them for capitals and countries. We can't say the Moscow. Places which are groups of islands or states: the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, the Russian Federation. And with superlatives: the biggest, the smallest, the first, etc. Look at the following scene and try and answer these questions. What's the relationship between the two men? What does the man who came into the room want from the man at the desk?
That conference in St. Petersburg.
Yes, what about it?
Was it successful?
I thought it was very successful, yes.
New contacts?
Yes, lots of them.
I'll want a complete list.
Sure, no problem. I'll make a list and I'll send an email and copy everyone in on that.
No, don't do that. Let's keep it confidential until we're able to make follow-up calls.
Okay, so what do you want me to do with the list?
Send an email to my personal account.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much.
So we can see that the man coming into the room is the boss, and that the person at the desk has been asked to do something, to provide a list of contacts. A list of contacts. What's going to happen to the list of contacts? They both know what has to be done, but what will happen next? Look at the next scene and pay particular attention to those books on that chair.
Excuse me, I've got an extra student. Can I borrow the chair?
Sure, no problem.
What shall I do with the books?
You can put them on my desk.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
The person you can see on the screen is obviously very busy. It's very hard to remember to do everything when you have a lot of work to do. What about the list? The boss wants him to write. Let's move on to ours.
I still don't have it.
What are you talking about?
The list. The list. He thinks his colleague knows. That's why he is using the definite article, the. But the man at the desk has forgotten, so what's going to happen next? The boss can now either use the definite article with a defining relative pronoun, the definite article with a defining relative pronoun, the list that, or he might use the indefinite article to introduce the topic again, the indefinite article. I asked you to write a list of the contacts. Let's watch further.
You don't remember the list? I wanted you to make a list of all the contacts you made in St. Petersburg.
Oh, that list. I made a note of it. It's here somewhere.
Can you do it now and email it to me?
Sure, no problem.
So, we've discussed a number of uses of the indefinite article, a taxi, when it doesn't matter which one. A list, when it's being introduced for the first time. The indefinite article, a taxi, an apple, a lesson, a list. It's not difficult to remember to use the definite article when there's only one, such as the sun or the moon. Perhaps it's a little more difficult to remember to use it when it's been mentioned already and is being spoken of for the second time. The list, the indefinite article, the taxi, the apple, the lesson, the list. I'll send you the list by email. But be careful, there are two things to remember. When we use the article the, because we think we are talking about something for the second time, the person who is listening to you may not share your understanding of the thing or idea, may have forgotten that you have already talked about it. And this does not always mean that you have made a mistake in English. Happy learning!